This niche right here has zero competition. No one is making content exactly how this page is doing it, and that's what's allowing them to get crazy amounts of views. You can see the most recent one right here has 10.5 million views, and in actual fact, I pulled up this page like 20 minutes ago. I just refreshed, it's just gone up 300,000 views, which is crazy. Now,
Songs
if you
that
have a look at this right here, most recent video,
songs
literally
that started as
posted 1 day ago, and if you have a look at the content,
commentary, but then
it is,
commentary, but
I
then
don't know why it's
commentary,
bugging
but
out a little
then
bit, but it
something
is
completely
over
something
a minute long,
completely
which is the
unexpected
most important
happened
part for
after a
TikTok, meaning that this is fully monetizing. And as you can see, the page has recently been getting some crazy views. Right now, it's literally about to go on a crazy run with this specific style of content I'm making. So I'm going to break down and teach you exactly how you can do it. But this page right here, just to kind of give it a name, is what we call the music commentary niche. And I'm just going to quickly tell you why it's good. Firstly, it's easy to edit. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'll get into it and I'll show you a tutorial how to make this step by step yourself, and you'll see it's very easy. So as a beginner, perfect. Second thing, it is really good for additional rewards. If you don't know what this is monetizing inside of TikTok's Create Rewards program, where they basically pay you through RPM, which is like a set amount per thousand views. But what attributes to that RPM now through the new update is called the additional rewards. And just to show you some recent results, for example, this guy inside of my Discord right here, 3K earned, with a lot of that coming from the additional rewards. Joel, this is someone I want to mentor. On just one of his accounts, he did 3.7K, and you can see the difference here. Additional reward, 3,357 came from additional. The rest from standard, which is your RPM. So a lot was attributed to additional reward, and that's why you need to be maximizing that. Another guy, people like, this isn't anything crazy. This is pretty standard to be honest, but dollars, a $1 plus RPM is attributed by additional rewards. That is what's carrying that. You'll see the additional makes up the majority of people's RPM. I've got Adrian right here, another one of my one-to-one students. From one video alone, he had an RPM of $4, and again, pretty much all of that came from additional, which allowed him to earn over 1.2K from that one video alone. And look how recent this is as well. I'm making this video just a couple days after. And yeah, just two other guys inside of my free Discord you can see are accessing really high RPMs and earning a lot on just some of their pages. One video alone, 3K earned, pretty crazy stuff. And if you'd like to join my free Discord, by the way, then I'm going to leave that in description. We literally have over 31,000 people in here now, which is kind of crazy to even think about. And a full CRP free course for you guys to look at this stuff in even more detail. So much value packed in this. So again, if you want to join that, I'm going to leave it linked in the description. Let me go ahead and play you this example so you can understand how this niche actually
songs that
works.
started as jokes but became massive hits. Back in 2012, an independent rapper named Macklemore realized hip-hop was obsessed with spending money on expensive brands like Gucci and Louis Vuitton, so he decided to write a track.
First of all, what we can tell from this content right here, obviously it's over a minute long, so it's monetizing. So how is it monetizing if this is technically not their content? Essentially what we're doing here is we're using B-roll on screen for literally 3 to 4 seconds absolute maximum, and because it's changing so frequently, it's absolutely fine.
Rappers who waste cash on designer clothes, but the production was almost as cheap as the lyrics. He spent just $5,000 filming a goofy music video at local Goodwill stores and recruited a full-time software tester named Wands to sing the chorus.
So you can tell the editing here is super simple. You're literally putting clips or images on screen and then just adding auto captions on top. So the way that you can make these videos quickly, pretty crazy.
After a slow start, the song suddenly exploded because fans loved the anti-flexing message so much that by January 2013, this joke song climbed all the way to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for 6 weeks straight.
So basically the specific topic here is just talking about a song that was initially a joke and then ended up going super viral. And this is what they'll do on their page. They'll just consistently go through sort of unique or crazy things that happened in the world of hip hop or music, and it will go viral. Here's another one, songs that were created in under an hour. And it's just going to go through like viral famous songs that were literally made very quickly and ended up performing super well. One key thing that we can notice with all of these videos is the hook clip is very important. So this one, firstly, it's related to the video because it's about a joke, and this guy just accidentally hits in the microphone. It's kind of a fail. It's super visual. As soon as someone scrolls on the video, they're going to see that and they're going to be hooked in. Same thing with this one right here. It's not necessarily fully related to the title, but it's got a crash car, you got girls dancing in front of it. It's super visual. It's going to grab someone's attention and hook them in. So this is very key with this style of content. Another one, someone trying to jump on stage, getting pushed off, kind of crazy stuff right there. But again, it's super visual and that's what grabs the viewer in. So this is a very key detail we need to remember. As to why this niche gets additional rewards, it's because it's consistently making content around music. Now, there's a few factors that contribute towards additional rewards, but one key one is having a specialized audience. And as you can see, this page right here has a very specialized audience of people that enjoy music in general, and that means TikTok knows who to push this content out to every single time, and it will also go ahead and give it additional rewards. The last 2 points about why this niche is so good are kind of tied together. Endless ideas, just because of the fact in the world of music there's so many unique things that have happened, and you don't have to use recent stuff, you can use older stuff as well, but there's just so many options. And yeah, that links to the next part, how this niche will literally never die because there's always new things happening in the music world, always new albums, artists that you can take advantage of whilst they're trending, and it's really, really going to make it a very sustainable niche. Just to answer a common question that I literally get on every single video is, where do I actually find these niches, or like how do I find these niches first every single time? Because for example, when I find a niche like this, I give it to my one-to-one student straight away so they can just hop on it and absolutely take advantage of the trend. Obviously I can make YouTube videos as fast as possible as well, but this takes a bit more time to sit here and make a proper YouTube video. But regardless, the tool that I use to reliably basically find all the viral niches that I'm taking advantage of is niche.ai. Now, with this tool, we firstly have a dashboard right here, which will show you viral content. For example, on the top page, we have this AI page. If I just pull this up on TikTok itself, and if I just pull this page up on TikTok itself, you can see it's only got 38k followers, so it's not like a super big page. But look at the views, right? This almost has a million here, 100,000, 600,000, 1.5 mil, 300k, 2 million, 700k. Like, this page is getting some crazy views, and there's not really much in terms of competition when it comes to this niche. And that was from like literally not even scrolling. It was just at the top right here, ready to go ahead and view. And you can scroll across the dashboard to find loads of different styles of content, like this Roblox YouTube Shorts content here, 2.9 million views in one day. Minecraft content. Literally, the dashboard will show you so many different types. You can see it's 168 different pages full of viral content here, so it saves you so much time instead of scrolling on your For You page just seeing irrelevant videos. If there's a certain sub niche that you want to focus on, for example sports as well, you can just come over here and then bang, it's going to show you all the viral content within the sports niche. That could be football, could be American football, whatever. So this is an absolute game changer because again, like, you can find viral niches that are literally blowing up right now. It also favorites sort of pages with lower followers as well, which means that there's less competition. So you can see the top two in the geography area literally have like less than 3k followers, so it's still super unsaturated, and it means it's way easier if you take advantage of a niche that is actually unsaturated. There's also a load of other features as well. You can try it out for free, or if you want to just get access to everything with the pro plan, they actually gave me a discount code. You can just use code TARO at checkout and it'll get you 10% off forever. So I'm going to leave niche AI in description because this is a game changer and actually helps me make these videos to find these niches for you guys. Okay, so now the important part, how do you make it? As you can see, this niche is like a very easy one to make, so I'm literally going to do this off of the fly. Let's say, for example, we want to find a hook clip. Well, this is a fail right here. So let's go on YouTube and let's go ahead and find us a hook clip. I'm literally going to search fail X Factor or any like music show. And there's going to be compilations of different fails that you can now go ahead and use in the hook of your video. So for example, in this video right here, bang, she just accidentally gets smacked in the face. That's not supposed to happen. And you could use that as a super visual hook with this sort of music talent show here. You could also search something like music performance fail, and then there'll just be loads of compilations of like failures whilst people have been performing. And again, go ahead and find a lot of them and just test. A good place you can get these directly from are other short form videos as well. So for example, one I found on shorts right here is Olivia Rodrigo falling through the stage, and then this is like a fail that you can use as the hook clip. And that's going to be super visual and grab people's attention. In order to get these clips, you can download them directly, or you can just screen record them. If you're on PC, you can use a tool like OBS, which is what I'm using to record this video right now, or you can just use your phone and literally screen record. One thing to note as well is if you find that a hook clip works really well for you, if there's similar videos, you can reuse that hook clip with no issue. You can see this page here, 600,000 views, they used it. They used it again here, 30,000 views. They've been reusing some of the ones that have worked well for them. There's no problem with that at all here. 800,000 views with this hook clip of this guy dancing, and they used it again here too, so that's not a problem. The next thing we need to go ahead and do is create some form of script, and we need to think of a video idea. Now for me, for this video, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take reference from a viral example already just to show you guys exactly how to recreate this content. But in my opinion, what I'd recommend doing is either one, researching the topic. You can obviously use any form of AI, ChatGPT, Claude, to research upon unique sort of moments that happen within the world of music and then make videos around them. Or what you can also do is what I'm doing right here, which is taking inspiration from videos that have already gone viral. It's best to either do it on ones that went viral very recently or ones that went viral a while ago, because no one's re-uploaded that. I'll put that back out into the algorithm in a while, so there's a chance that you can go viral by TikTok showing it to a new audience this time. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to be copying this text right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a notepad, and here I can go ahead and copy and paste the entire script into here. So this means I'm not going to be using this exactly word for word, because otherwise the content is not going to get pushed, but we can go ahead and reword it ourselves. So songs that started as jokes that became massive hits. What I'm going to do is just change this up. So what I've done here is I've taken the same concept, but I'm rewriting it. So now instead my hook line is massive hit songs that were actually just meant to be a joke, and that's going to be my hook line. You can then go ahead and repeat this whole process for your entire script right here. Again, I'm not going to sit here and bore you through this because I'm going to show you exactly how to make the content, but that is what I'd recommend for you to do. Now we need to generate our voiceover. We can literally do this right here inside of this tool called 11 Labs. So as you can see, I just copied and pasted it in the text to speech section. And then underneath my head, there's a little voice section. You can go ahead and pick through all the different voices, choose one that you like. If you want to target a UK audience, use a UK voice. If you want to target a US audience, use an American voice. If you're doing a French, German account, etc., match the voice to who you're trying to target. And then once you've got your finished script in here, you can go ahead and click generate speech.
Massive hit songs that were actually just meant to be a joke.
Now that we've done that, it's going to let us download it in the bottom right shortly as it generates. The next thing we need to do is find B-roll footage to put throughout the video. So again, we want to keep this visual because it means that someone's going to stay on the video instead of swiping off. So we need to look at what our video is based on. It's based on a guy called Macklemore. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to search for Macklemore. And now I'm going to find loads of different B-roll of this guy, as you can see right here. I don't know how I haven't heard of this guy. 1.9 billion. This guy's 1.1 billion. Oh, maybe I'm just too young for this. I don't know. But again, we repeat the same process. We can now go onto these videos and we can literally screen record little snippets, or we can download it so that it's ready to use. You don't have to get them directly from their own channel. You can also find like fan recorded footage on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere. I would say the most difficult part about this actual niche is just finding the clips. But once you've made a couple videos, you'll get so much faster at this, and you can also reuse clips that you've downloaded or screen recorded before, so it makes the process way more efficient. Now finally, we hop into CapCut, which I'm also going to leave linked in description, and we can import all of our footage that we just screen recorded or downloaded, and make sure that we have our voiceover in here too. As soon as you add your voiceover in, your first goal is to go ahead and remove all of these gaps. So if you can see these gaps in the waveforms right here, that's where the video is going to feel slow paced. So we want to completely remove these so that the video feels fast paced with no gaps at all. As you can see, there will be quite a few of these, so you can literally just split the video and get rid of the rest to make sure that there's no gaps. And firstly, we need to add our hook clip. So as you remember, this is the kind of fail that I'm going to use for the hook clip because this is super visual. We don't want to waste any time. We literally want to get straight to it. So we can see the fail is right here. So we're just going to put this right there. Also, make sure to mute the original B-roll footage. The only sound we want is the voiceover.
Massive hit songs that were actually just meant to be a joke.
So as you can see straight away, as soon as someone scrolls onto the video, they're going to have this super visual hook.
Hit songs that were actually just...
Then we can kind of introduce a little hint in terms of what we're going to be making this video about here. Now, if you have landscape footage, don't worry, we can just zoom in on this and make it full screen. And then what we need to make sure that you do is you sync the B-roll to the cuts in the audio. So instead of letting this play out, and then let's just say that we have the other clip right here.
Massive hit songs that were actually just meant to be a joke. Back in 2012, an independent...
You see how the voice changed here, right? It should realistically cut there. You want to sync it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag our clips to end when each new part of the speech or new sentence starts, basically. And that way the video is going to flow way better. Then we're just going to repeat this process by implementing B-roll that is related to what our script is talking about. So I've just got more B-roll of this guy right here. And I said earlier, I don't know who he is. I've definitely heard these songs. So low-key, I was just bugging out. But yeah, you just want to cut these up and just implement your B-roll. Now when we play this back,
massive hit.
And then you just want to rinse and repeat this process for the entire video. Everything I've just shown you here for the first sort of 5 seconds of this one, you just rinse and repeat for your entire script. One thing that needs to be made clear as well is you don't have to make content this long before you're monetized. You can start with just like 45 second long content, but once you're monetized, obviously make content over a minute long so that you will be making money off of it. The final thing I'm going to recommend adding is your auto captions. So we're going to go to text here, go to auto captions and click generate. This is why CapCut's so good. It makes everything like this so simple instead of having to manually type everything out. Now, as you can see, we have our auto captions added in. All I would recommend doing is changing to a style where it's just one piece of text at a time. You can go to the templates over on the right hand side there, and you can scroll down, and typically you're going to go ahead and find all the styles where it's just one word at a time, something very simple like this. Then we can change the font to be something unique, so you can have a scroll through. One that I like to use that's already built into CapCut is called Goth and Bold, and then you can change your style as well. And I'd recommend having it somewhere in the center, and once we've done that, we can now play this back.
Massive hit songs that were actually just meant to be a joke. Back in 2012, an independent rapper named Macklemore...
As you can see, that is how our video would go, and we literally rinse and repeat this process for the rest of the video for however long our script is. Once you're done with that, you can literally highlight everything and export it. And that right there is exactly how you make this content. As I said, it's very easy. Probably the hardest part is just sourcing all the different clips, but again, it won't take too long, especially the first time. It will be feeling like it takes a while, but once you get used to it, it's going to be super quick and efficient, and you'll be able to make 2 to 3 of these videos every single day, no doubt. Now, coming to the end of the video here, here's where I typically say if you want to work with me one-to-one, because I get a lot of DMs about this all the time, then you can apply for Forte Elite, which is my one-to-one mentorship program. However, unfortunately, this isn't open anymore just because there's only so many people I can one-to-one mentor, and we just accepted the last 20 people. So I don't know when we're going to reopen again. My main goal is just making sure that we can produce as many results like this for the new people that join, just to show you a couple examples of people making a ridiculous amount of money inside of Elite, my one-to-one students. Right here, some of them that I showed you earlier in the video as well. So again, unfortunately, this is closed at the moment, but you can join my free Discord, which I'm going to also link in description. Make sure to join that because that is literally the biggest community when it comes to this stuff. That being said, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, like, subscribe to the channel with post notifications on would be very much so appreciated. And remember, if you want to find these niches yourself, you can go to niche.ai and use code TARA for 10% off. Absolute banger stuff here. My social medias and my main channel will also be linked in the description. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Peace.